Previously on Transformers Prime. Why rule only one world when I can rule two? Megatron has managed to accomplish the first phase of his cyberforming of Earth. The construction of his fortress.
In Jasper, Nevada. I don't get it. Why here?
Because the Decepticons have discovered the location of our base.
Come, my Armada! Attack!
The base is lost. We must disperse to avoid capture.
Special Agent Fowler to Air Defense Command. I need immediate combat support.
Leave no stone unturned.
Master, look who we found. Pulled from the wreckage of his ship. Wheeljack.
So, one survived. Take our guest back to the Citadel for questioning. Back to Darkmount.
This is the dawning of a new age, my liege. The reign of Megatron.
You do have a way with words, Starscream. Make haste and unearth the Autobot corpses. Forge of Solus Prime? How is it that you have managed to materialize that, yet not the remains of a single Autobot?
Answer your lord and master. Where are their bodies?
You're hurt. But you probably look way worse than you feel. No, don't move or talk. Just power down. Get your strength back. I got you covered.
The Autobots clearly ground bridged from their base before it was destroyed. They could be anywhere.
We must initiate global surveillance, my lord. Send search and destroy teams to every sector of this planet.
Soundwave, monitor all Earth-based transmissions for any sign of Autobot communication. With each other, or with their human counterparts.
Master. Foolish humans. I shall deploy the Armada.
That won't be necessary, Starscream. Not when we can engage our enemy with newfound might. new power dominates your world. Any further attempts to attack me will be met with even greater force. Your leader should be advised that my fusion cannons possess enough firepower to decimate any densely populated area of my choosing. I would in all likelihood set sights on your nation's capital, for starters.
Point taken. Now, what do you want from us?
Nothing, Agent Fowler. The Decepticons mean no harm to humanity. We merely desire a place to call home.
No offense, Megatron, but I'm having a tough time swallowing all this, since you seem so bent on plastering humankind under molten steel.
Agent Fowler, I admit that war brings out the worst in me. But the conflict with the Autobots is now over, and our quarrel has never been with your kind. Now that the one true enemy of the Decepticons is no more, my only wish is to coexist on this planet with the human race. Peacefully. Together, Agent Fowler, I believe that you and I can make that dream a reality.
You too have a way with words, Master. I almost believed you myself.
Earth is our planet now, Starscream, and we shall finish what we started. Humankind has no idea what lies ahead for them.
Yes, General Bryce. Special Containment Protocol G-1000 has been executed as planned. Evacuation of Jasper, Nevada was 100% successful. As far as its citizens or the media are concerned, the threat was a meteor shower, and the town is to remain quarantined until the resulting radiation levels can be dissipated. Sir, any form of retaliation would be too risky. I just need more time. Yes, I understand.
Agent Fowler, those medical supplies still haven't arrived. We have wounded men who need...
Doing the best I can, Nurse Darby. Been a little busy juggling a bunch of nuke-happy generals who don't seem to care if they blow Nevada sky high. And a Decepticon warlord who wants to make nice now that the Autobots are in the scrapyard. Megatron's opinion, not mine. He's feeding me a load of horse pucky, trying to crush our spirit.
Still no word from anyone?
Listen, no contact only tells me that the main comlink went down when the base was pounded into pancake batter.
But if I could just call Jack?
You know it's too risky. So do the bots. The cons could trace any cell phone signal.
Then take me home. If Jack can't call, that's where he'll look for me.
Jasper's under complete con lockdown. Nobody's getting back in there. The only ones who can fix this mess are Prime and his bots. I'm sure they're out there, keeping a low profile. They gotta be.
Scanning. Negative. No Autobot recognition.
Clear.
Too close. But your paint job did the trick. The comms uplink is still down. B, I realize Optimus sent us all to different locations to make us harder for the cons to find, but if we don't know where in the world anyone else went, how are we gonna find him? Right, just keep heading toward Jasper. Toward Megatron's giant fortress.
I never knew there were so many Rockies.
Miko!
Whoa!
No cell phone. You know the rules.
Dude, I wasn't calling anyone. Just playing a video game I already downloaded.
Sorry, I guess I'm a little on edge.
Where are we headed anyway, Bulk? You got some sort of plan?
We're following standard record protocol.
Which is...
An emergency plan we followed during the war, in case any wrecker got stranded or separated from the unit. We'd always rendezvous at the exact same set of coordinates. If Jackie's still alive, he'll be there.
Don't stop now. I was just beginning to enjoy myself.
Believe me, Wheeljack, there is more where that came from. And you will tell me the location of your compatriots. No matter what it takes, or how long.
Like I told you, they weren't expecting me. They never bothered to fill me in. So go ahead, knock yourself out.
How may I serve you, Lord Megatron?
Assemble a team and disembark for Cybertron immediately. While hunting Autobots remains paramount. We must not squander the opportunity to recover any Iacon relics left behind in the chaos. For all we know, Optimus Prime is out there somewhere, planning to do the same.
It's okay, Optimus. You're with me. Smokescreen.
How did I get here?
When we were evacuating the base, just as the cons opened fire, it was my turn to ground bridge away. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't let you face Megatron's army alone. So I snuck back. But that's when the blast hit, and the whole joint came tumbling down. But I managed to pull you from the wreckage before the cons dove in, using the phase shifter, which I managed to snag in all the confusion back on Cybertron. I'm sorry I defied your orders. We're safe here, but we're down so deep no one can pick up our signals. I'll have to scout above ground if we want to have any hope of finding Ratchet.
No. No hope.
What do you mean? The doc's the only one who can get you patched up. Optimus.
What if Jasper wasn't evacuated in time? She could have been hurt, or taken by the cons.
Jack.
And even if she did get out, she's got to be worried out of her mind, not knowing where I am.
Jack, calm down. We'll get back to Jasper, find a way to reach your mother, and the rest of the team. Stay here. Could be a con on our tail.
Sorry, Mom. I'd call if I could. One text couldn't hurt, could it?
Master.
Send in the troops. And Soundwave, I want a live feed.
Jack! With RC, safe, love you. Agent Fowler, Jack's alive!
Scrap.
civilian. Jack!
I am so toast. Smile, Jack. You're on Decepticon TV.
Master, we have a visual.
How long does it take to exterminate a lone Autobot and her human pet?
Well, in my experience...
Not a riddle, Starscream.
Sorry.
Over there.
Not the best cover.
We're not here to hide.
Hey, guys! Unleaded or diesel?
Let's roll before they send reinforcements.
Come on, fellas, put your backs into it. The Apex Armor. Our illustrious leader will be pleased. Now, any sign of that phase shifter? I really liked that thing.
Sir.
By the Allspark.
Well, did any of the surveillance data survive?
A shame. We might have at least learned the direction in which RC and the human fled.
Clearly, we need to improve our methods of hunting Autobots and build upon the tactical advantage that we've managed to secure.
Lord Megatron, I am ready to return to Darkmount, and I'm certain you'll want to see what I've uncovered.
Soundwave, open the space bridge portal. I find myself in urgent need of good news. So please, Knockout, tell me that you found something useful.
Some things, my liege, and someone.
He
advantage I need.
Previously on Transformers Prime.
Simply put, this combination of elements could allow us to cyberform entire worlds.
Then we will focus upon the successful reconstruction of the Omega Lock.
Prime, it's Cons again. In progress this time.
Ratchet, we will be returning with a Decepticon prisoner. Why is Megatron stealing human technology? What is he attempting to build?
Knockout first procured this unfinished shamble from the Autobot medic. The most efficient means to an end may be to recruit that medic.
It took a cataclysm to extinguish Cybertron's original Predacon inhabitants. You never stood a chance against me, Prime. In fact, the time has come for your extinction.
Permission to hasten our progress, Chief?
Granted.
This is no place for a one-handed Autobot.
I'll take one bum hand over one good eye any day.
Stand down, Predator.
I am Predaking, and I will never bow to your kind.
Predaking, I have been informed that our objective is at risk. Secure it, now!
Commander, objective secured.
Now might be a fine time for surrender.
A logical assumption, were it not for...
Ratchet, we require immediate transport back to base.
Huh? Stewardess, there's a man on the wing of this plane.
Ratchet, do you read?
I see.
Bulkhead. Is everything all right? Where's Ratchet?
He's gone.
What do you want from me?
Your assistance, actually. To help complete a little science project.
I will never cooperate.
Shockwave does not require your cooperation to siphon your knowledge, Doctor.
Peeled some paint off Laserbeak. But if I were a better shot, Ratchet would still be here.
Chin up, soldier. We've combed the entire floor. For the moment, that remains our only clue.
Nothing in the ground bridge log. If they bridged Ratchet out of here, they used theirs, not ours.
Why take Ratchet prisoner, but leave these two behind?
If Megatron intends to hold our medic hostage, I find it curious that he's made no demands.
It would stand to reason that Ratchet must possess something the Decepticons want.
Well, whatever the cons are after, Ratch won't give it up. Right?
Lord Megatron, I understand that you have brought an accursed Autobot aboard this warship.
Indeed.
Then I will accomplish with him what I failed to with the Prime.
Predaking, this Autobot is more than a prisoner. You do wish for Cybertron's restoration, do you not? Our captive's usefulness will come to an end. And when that time arrives, I assure you, he will be all yours.
Listen, I need 24/7 satellite monitoring. Eyes on the skies and ears to the ground.
Maybe Buckethead's after the techno babble.
The synth-N formula?
Why would the cons need the artificial stuff if they already control most of this planet's energon reserves?
Greed. What else?
If Megatron is truly rebuilding the Omega Lock, as Ratchet surmised, synthetic energon might be a necessary component.
I hate to be the one to bring lightning to a thunderstorm, but there's one thing we're all ignoring. If the cons found Ratchet here, they know the location of this base.
And what did the cortical psychic patch yield?
Only confirmation that the synthetic energon formula is unstable, and that the Autobot medic's work on it remains incomplete.
Then it seems we must help Ratchet finish his work.
Are you through poking around inside my head? You didn't find what you wanted, did you? Or else you wouldn't be here.
What I want apparently does not yet exist.
And that would be?
We would very much like for you to complete your work on the formula for synthetic energon.
Even if I were capable, do you think that I would hand you a limitless supply of fuel and ammunition just so you can turn around and use it against the Autobots?
Oh, you misunderstand, dearest Ratchet. I intend to use your formula for the purpose of creation, not destruction. We have fortuitously discovered that your synth-N, when combined with cybernucleic acid, may in fact form the basis for an alternative cyber matter.
You are attempting to rebuild the Omega Lock.
We stand on the verge of a great moment in time, you and I. The restoration of our very home world.
Collaborate with the barbarian who essentially destroyed our planet in the first place. who sadistically crushed Bumblebee's voice box while looking him in the eye? No, thank you.
Then I present you with a choice. Complete your research, or...
Humans, always the weak link.
Are these humans supposed to mean something to me?
If not, I am certain this will. As you must certainly be aware, we know the location of your current base. Accept my offer, and I will allow your fellow Autobots and human pets to remain unharmed. Think it over, good doctor.
My liege, you aren't really going to allow the Autobots to remain operational.
Of course not. Assemble your armada, Starscream, and decimate their base once again.
All aerial search patterns are coming up empty.
No comlink chatter either.
And no ground activity. It's a little too quiet out there.
Since the Decepticons no longer seek Predacon bones or Earth technology, there is no activity to track.
So until Megatron makes a move, we're in a holding pattern.
Ratchet didn't think this new hand he built for me was good enough. But I'll tell you what truly isn't good enough. Giving up. We have no choice but to play this old school. Split into teams for maximum coverage.
We have incoming, a whole fleet's worth.
Concentrate your fire on Hangar E.
Air cover is holding. For the moment.
Lord Megatron, I am pleased to report that the Autobot base has been reduced to ashes.
The mess hall sure is a mess.
We are fortunate that Decepticons can be fooled by a simple paint job.
I'm sure you would more fully appreciate a tour of our facilities if you were comfortable.
How do you know I won't use these to amputate?
And pass up a chance to see our molecular masking field?
Your cloaking device. Shielding is shielding, high-tech or low.
Perhaps you'll be more impressed by our energon transfusion capacitor. It allows us to maximize our consumption 1,000-fold.
Decepticon engineering never fails to impress.
Doctor, we may be mortal enemies, but Autobots and Decepticons do share one common goal. You would like to see the ruins of our devastated homeworld restored to their former brilliance, as would I.
Megatron, you would just try to conquer Cybertron all over again. And enslave anyone who refuses to pledge allegiance to you.
Of course I would. And your comrades would attempt to stop me as ever. But at least we would once again possess a planet worth fighting over.
Perhaps. But you wouldn't stop there, would you? Earth would be next, if not first. What assurance do I have that you would leave humankind be? And that you wouldn't instantly terminate me once you get what you need?
None whatsoever. After all, we both know that as a Decepticon, any assurances I might offer would be worthless. But that does not change the fact that you may be Cybertron's only hope of ever seeing life again.
So the kid clipped the business end of Laserbeak's transponder.
You're not such a bad shot after all.
We thought you might be the best one to provide an analysis, in Ratchet's absence.
It's trying to communicate with the warship.
How do you know?
It's telling us.
Raph, that's Cybertronian code.
Wait, first Raph understands Bumblebee? Now he reads Cybertronian? Are we sure he's not some kind of alien?
I've been learning for a while. In between stuff, when Ratchet had time to teach me.
Hey, Raph, we'll bring him back.
If it's the last thing we do.
If it's talking to its mama, can we triangulate the signal?
To a shielded warship.
If the transponder were still attached to Laserbeak, we could follow it.
Maybe we should give it wings.
We can use spare parts from the machine shop.
Then let's do it. For the dock.
While your forces have put a dent in our resources, Shockwave has been invaluable in updating our laboratory. Should you choose to accept the task, you shall have unrestricted access to our equipment.
Is that a quantum cryo-inducer? Only 2 were ever made.
3, actually. You are holding the original prototype.
The frequency modulator keeps shorting out.
Easy, champ. Let me try uncrossing some wires.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
Jackie wasn't always a loner, you know. Being a wrecker was all about the team.
Yip, bip, bip, bip. Nico, I needed that.
I was just trying to tighten up that thingamajig.
Please.
Agent Fowler, everything all right?
Just preoccupied, thinking about the close calls we humans have had with the cons lately. Smacked down by Soundwave, stuck in Knockout's trunk with your mom.
Moving on.
The uncomfortable reality is, the bots might not always be here. And even if they are, they can't be everywhere at once, as we've learned. This armor is the only thing that stood between Miko and that Predacon, the reason she came back without a scratch. Cyber tech like that could be just what we need to give our agents on the front lines a fighting chance. Agents like, maybe you someday.
What?
You'll be of age soon. And you're prime material, son. Your mom thought you might be a good fit, seeing as you've been wishy-washy about future plans.
Wait, you've been talking to my mom about me?
Custer's mustache!
Sorry, Agent Fowler.
I think I need to change my Star Spangled shorts.
I'm still fine-tuning Chip's remote.
Chip?
So we're gonna let this doohickey fly back to Con Central.
And lead us right to Ratchet.
Even if you manage to reconstruct the Omega Lock, it is a mystic force. I've come to my senses. The notion of scientifically replicating its capability is pure folly. Madness, even.
But how will we ever know for certain, Doctor? If we do not try. finally lie within our reach.
You've actually done it!
Decepticon engineering. It will not take long for this Omega-Lock's drives to be fully operational. All that is still needed to restore our home is the cyber matter to launch through it.
Which requires a stabilized formula for the production of synthetic energon.
I have every confidence in you, Doctor.
I'll do it. But then you already knew that, didn't you?
Prime, what we have here is an experimental all-terrain expeditionary fighting vehicle, designed by the finest engineers in our mask division.
Thank you, Agent Fowler. This will most certainly do.
Return trajectory fluctuations have been stabilized.
Ultra Magnus, we are ready to receive you.
We didn't find much else in the rubble of the former base.
You call this not much else?
Wheeljack! You could have caused serious damage!
To me!
What in the Sam Hill?
A little help here?
What were you thinking, soldier?
I was thinking Bull could catch that lob.
Allow me to make myself clear. As Optimus Prime's second in command, I have no intention of tolerating wrecker behavior.
Some things never change.
Jackie? Need I remind you that it was Optimus Prime himself who assigned me to command your wreckers back on Cybertron and get you loose cannons under control? An effective combat unit begins with discipline. If you won't accept that, feel free to choose the path of least resistance, as you did before.
If my ship weren't a twisted wreck at present, I'd do that, sir.
So, any word from Optimus?
He's investigating recent Decepticon activity. Hopefully, an energon mine.
rad would it be if you all had jetpacks like Optimus?
Quite rad, Miko. But the Forge has been depleted of its power to do that.
Now it's only good for pounding out dings.
Smokescreen?
Aw, what gave me away? Come on. Robots in disguise, right?
Where have you been, soldier?
Scanning new war paint. Thought it'd be proactive to follow Optimus's lead. And Bumblebee's.
Now you can look your best while stacking those empty cubes.
Yes, sir. I was nearly a Prime, but somehow I'm still a rookie.
What was that about a Prime?
No, time. Time to stop acting like a rookie.
Smokescreen was the only one who went back. If it weren't for him, Optimus might not be with us today.
RC, we were under the strictest of orders. The three of you had your human partners to protect. But we are fortunate that Smokescreen is inexperienced enough not to have followed protocol.
There! I can see it! Abandon the excavation. Now. Attack!
Optimus, did you find Energon?
No, but I did uncover this.
It cannot be.
Be what?
The ancient remains of a Predacon.
Though it remains unclear why such a skull would be found on your planet, its presence reveals all too much about the Predacon which Megatron recently sent in pursuit of us.
You mean that dragon bot we put on ice?
Except that Predacons have been extinct since, well...
Since before most life began on Cybertron.
They're like Earth's dinosaurs.
Which means for you guys, running into one would be like us meeting a T-Rex.
So then what were Dinobots?
Totally different.
With Megatron's seeming new interest in the excavation of prehistoric skeletons, and a certain scientist back among the Decepticon ranks...
It would stand to reason that Shockwave cloned the beast from one such find.
And now Megatron's looking to clone another.
What makes you think Buckethead would stop at just one?
We could have Beast Wars on our hands.
And if Shockwave only requires a single strand of CNA from which to clone a beast...
He already possesses what he needs to engender this one. Autobots, we must become beast hunters.
One thing still doesn't follow. Predacons went extinct on Cybertron. So what would their bones be doing here?
On Earth? I mean, isn't it just a little preposterous?
They are not the remains of Predacons, Starscream, but rather the remains of Predacon clones. For you see, Our recent Autobot hunter wasn't the first bestial super soldier Shockwave ever attempted to breed from prehistoric matter. During the war for Cybertron, I sanctioned the dispatch of a small army of these Predaclones to Earth to unleash the beasts on unwitting Autobot forces stationed here. Once they accomplished their mission, the surviving Predacons held sentinel on this very world for ages to come, guarding the energon reserves they had managed to secure while awaiting my arrival. Of course, our reunion here was much delayed, and it would seem we lost the beasts to the ravages of time.
But not their endomatter, from which I am logically able to extract their very CNA.
Another scavenger hunt? How logical would it really be to locate all the dusty remains of your former pets?
You are not suggesting that I would send my creations to a distant planet without first having them microchipped?
Well, I was. But seriously, you did?
From our historical texts.
But those are metal versions of creatures from our Greek mythology and medieval literature.
Not dinosaurs.
It would stand to reason that Predacons did indeed walk upon this earth in ancient times, as they seem to have been the basis for much of humankind's folklore, illustrating once again that the pasts of Earth and Cybertron are inextricably linked. Synthetic energon?
Indeed. I am concerned that without access to any energon reserve since our base was destroyed, our ability to deal with impending crises will be severely hampered.
A wise decision, old friend.
Just please, manage your expectations. I am working with even more rudimentary hardware than before.
Prime! Satellite surveillance has picked up 2 signs of Decepticon activity. One near an oil field outside of El Paso, the other near the Hebrides Bluffs in Scotland. So don't forget to pack your kilts.
We must divide our resources. Ultra Magnus, lead the wreckers to the bluffs.
Yes, Optimus. What's a kilt?
Agent Fowler can at times be oblique. I find it best to simply nod and mobilize.
Bulkhead, Wheeljack, let's roll. Optimus, I know there are many emotions tied to the Forge.
This is no time to stand on ceremony.
I would be honored to put this to some practical use.
I will search this quadrant.
Hey, B, have you ever thought you might want to be a Prime? Not now. Someday. Warrior. Yeah, you and me both. But I've seen you in action. Optimus knows you can scrap with the best of them. Why won't he just promote you from Scout already? Your choice. Huh. Well, so why wait? Guess it would be more meaningful to graduate back home, on Cybertron. You're one patient guy. I should take a cue. Like I said, you got nice chops for a scout. How epic was that? And that's why he's a Prime. Soundwave.
We have all that we need.
A single strand of CNA.
Shockwave. I understand that you engaged Optimus Prime in the field.
Only in order to secure the specimen, Lord Megatron.
I believed that you had perished once, my most prized engineer. And I highly doubt that Project Predacon can be completed without you.
I shall leave the fetching of bones to Starscream and confine myself to my laboratory in order to accelerate results.
Excellent. For I am rather impatient to witness my army of beasts trample humankind underfoot.